Star Wars was a big influence on me because it came out in '77. I was born in '66, so I was right at the right age for that thing to hit.
To experience that as a child, you know, to have your imagination so enriched by these stories.
And I don't even remember seeing a commercial. I remember seeing like a picture in the newspaper, like the New York Post or something, about the movie.
I wanted to meet Jon Favreau. I didn't care what he wanted me to do. I had no idea what it was, whether it was a feature or, you know, a cereal box. I had no idea.
And I went to see it, and then it was just like, it just pinned my ears back just looking at that thing, and I was just mouth agape. And just like everybody else who grew up in that period and didn't know about it.
Now as an adult, to look back and rekindle my relationship to Star Wars, and in particular those Star Wars movies, and the tone of this series, which I find is a little bit more Empire Strikes Back. And
I think Episode 3, at its core, is essentially a Western.
Yes, there is the Western.
Sergio Leone and Akira Kurosawa, Yojimbo, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
It's a cross between a Western and a samurai movie.
There's this very Eastern kind of brushstroke, or brushstrokes that go on. So
The Mandalorian, whose name is Din Djarin, is your iconically cool, flawed, mysterious gunslinger that harkens to the, you know, best of the samurai movies and the westerns, and he's very samurai Clint and me.
The show, to me, in the most basic storyline, is about a man who's been following a way of life and has that way of life sort of upended by the introduction of the baby. And it sort of changes his life, and I think he's reevaluating his priorities and what means something to him in his life in the world.
there is this kind of the Buddha looking for enlightenment and searching and searching and searching, and finally settling under the tree and realizing that the search wasn't out there, the search was in here.
So I think it's really sort of about a man discovering something about himself that he had never known until he met the child.
There are such universal themes in the Star Wars stories, and ironically, I think people feel that it, you know, despite being fantasy, science fiction, it reflects the world we actually live in its inclusiveness and diversity and conflict, and themes of good against evil, war and family and personal conflict and personal journey and personal relationships. It reflects so much what our actual reality as human beings on this planet is.